Oliver Ward here, filmmaker and Hawaiian shirt enthusiast. So here's your filmmaking problem. You have one camera, one light, one crew member, that's you, and a location you've never been to.
How do you set up?
Lucky for you, I made a video exactly about that. So come along for the ride. I'm gonna show you exactly how I set up with one camera, one mic, one light, and one crew. That's 4 thingies. Okay. I arrived at the interview site. I haven't really been inside, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk around the house. What am I looking for? Light. Where is the best light coming into the house? Then what I'm looking for is cool background. That's gonna get me 90% of the way there. This, to me, is really enjoyable. I love all the books. I start by setting up my main camera, and then I start building out the set around there. I brought out the rolling chair to be generally where I'm gonna have Melissa sitting. Doesn't really matter what light you have. I have this really cheap Godox SL 60 watt daylight, really inexpensive for the quality. And then I've got an umbrella softbox. So what I do is I take the light and I position it usually in about 3 different positions, sort of a neutral, a high key, and a dramatic shot. So I didn't think this would be the case, but I kind of like the moody shot the most. To me, I'm getting the most character, the most depth out of this more moody shot. So I'm taking the light and I'm going to reposition it over here. I'm shooting through the staircase. That way the light is actually going away from where the camera's receiving it. And to control the light barn doors, it came with the light, keeping the light from spilling out left and right so I don't get more light on the books. I focus the beam directly on the subject. You should probably just buy a boom pole. What I have right now is a heavy duty light stand, and I simply use this piece of copper pipe with this little flexi light stand end. I put it through the light stand. Doesn't have to look fancy, it just has to work. And this works. Also note, I wouldn't use this on a corporate set. I would rent something for my home kit. I use what I need to get the shot done. I don't need to spend money on a boom setup, so I've got this $5 solution. Audio, I would definitely spend money on. I would call this a high-end consumer microphone, but it's perfectly fine for these interviews. I'm back in the studio, magic. The reason why I really like this Sennheiser MKE 600, it comes with this, an XLR to mini audio jack. That allows me to take the mic, run the XLR cable, plug this into the end of the XLR cable, and then plug this directly into the camera. And then I can run my headphones out of my camera, and now I'm monitoring both the video and the audio from the same source. Really great when you're working by yourself. This is not perfect, but again, this is a single person crew, and I'm showing you how to get 90% of the way with pretty basic gear. This isn't cell phone documentary filmmaking. This is a mirrorless camera. Got a decent light for 150 bucks. You have a $400 microphone. So this is about as cheap, I think, as you could go to do something that appears professional. If you're curious, Sony a7S II with a Tamron 28-75. I don't think you should get bogged down in those details, but that is what I'm using. We are basically ready to go. I position myself eye level as close as I can to the lens. I have the interviewee talk directly to me so that their eye line is skirting right past the lens so we get the maximum amount of their face in the shot. And that's it. So I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to do the interview, and then I'll show you images from it, and I'll talk about anything else that I think is worthwhile knowing.
So that's kind of like the introduction.
That's right, then you're talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like we're having a conversation. Can I just get this piece of skin off my lip? Because I know I'm going to play with it.
That's disgusting, Melissa. But good first point. When you're working on your own, it's really hard to see all the details in the background. How is the light? How is the audio? All these things going on in your head while you're also interviewing. So before you start, take a final look. Look at your talent. How's the hair? How's the makeup? Does she have skin coming off of her lip? Do those final checks, because when you start rolling, it's hard to pick up on those things when you're monitoring all the other things that are going on with your technical setup. So what about the actual interview? This is the actual gold. Technical setup aside, that's what you came for. My recommendation is hit record before the person walks in. Allow them to sit in the chair, get comfortable, and then start a genuine conversation with them. Not the questions that you have prepared, but just talk to them. How's your day? How you feeling? Whatever it is that sparks a genuine connection, and allow that conversation to go on for 5 or 10 minutes. And when you see their shoulders relax, you can tell that they're no longer nervous about being on camera, because let's face it, cameras make people nervous. Then begin the interview. You'll find this way that you get a lot more usable content. Now, when the interview ends, the same thing applies. When you're done asking the questions that you prepared, ask them if there's anything else that they want to add. Oftentimes, they've been running the questions you've had in the back of their minds, and now, because it's over, they feel like, relaxed, okay, I did it. I gave them what they wanted. 99% of the time, when I ask that, what else would you like to add? That is the content that makes it into the final film, because that's when you get the genuine, heartfelt answer from the person that you're speaking to. So that's it. That's all. If you want any of the gear that I used in this video or other gear that I use for filmmaking, I've linked everything down below. You know the drill. If you liked the video, you also know what to do. If you hated it, blow me up down below, because you know what? Hate has been monetized. Let me know what else you would like to see in this solo filmmaking series. I will look at your questions to decide what the next bit of content I will make on this subject. Thanks for watching. I will see you right here sometime in the future.